Offside and play denied.
Caelan Doris offside.
Offside and play denied.
Taumatene, penalty Samoa. Hand up, knew he'd done wrong as soon as he did it.
Timing's still a little bit wrong. Never really behind the back foot, and comes in from the side and plays the 9.
Great.
Yeah, that was wrong on about every level it could be. Where's this one off to? Oh, what a kick! Are you kidding me?
Conor Murray looks on in disbelief.
That was absolutely outstanding.
Sure,
on that angle.
If Conor Murray stands on that line, he has that ball. The bananas absolutely sold him, and now a huge opportunity for Samoa.
What a great kick from Lima Sapoanga. And he's put his team in prime position to hit straight back, but they don't execute the line out. Finlay Bealham says thank you very much and comes away with the ball. Back it goes to Crowley. And downfield, and that's a bomb in itself. So far that Ireland, despite the kick chase, couldn't get there. And that one is straight out after 2 cracking kicks. Duncan Payawa, not his best.
It's just a little bit disjointed from Samoa. Big opportunity. Again, we talk about these test matches at the highest level, how clinical you have to be. We've just seen Ireland's try. Samoa, big opportunity on the 5-metre line. Chris Vui, Theo McFarlane couldn't organise. Horrible turnover to concede.
Stewart, and Ireland's line out is again not where it should be. And it's the second one, it's gone astray. Jimmy O'Brien, good positioning, gets the ball, but gets a face full of Samoans as well. There were at least 2, if not 3 there. Intervenes, the assistant referee, as Mac Hansen and Payawa get unnecessarily involved.
Line's yours, fellas.
And if you heard some agricultural language, we apologise. But that, well, great positioning and great follow-up from Samoa. Seotene there as well. Oh, that one's horrible to deal with, and Ireland, well, they get the penalty as well.
Knock on and then offside.
Offside against the Samoans.
Looked like you did.
Claiming he didn't touch it. Again, it's the delivery. Offside. Samoa winning the line-out ball off the top. But every single training session with your scrum half, they would absolutely kill you. You'd be crucified if you drop it at their feet. And the result...
I mean, we've got to just take a moment. The quality of kicking out of hand from both sides from a dead ball has been outstanding. Crawley now brings Ireland to within 5 metres. That after the Sapoanga kick 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Get your setup right.
Samoa could not capitalise from their penalty kick to touch Can Ireland. Stewart, big pressure on the young man to deliver. He does. Taken by Ryan Baird. Ireland go to the maul. Stewart in the position to receive it and potentially break away, but Samoa do enough to stem the flow of that maul going forward. Conor Murray is looking for the ball. Vui told to get away from it. Come across on the wrong side, taken in by McCluskey. Murray looks narrow side, gets the shout. Ryan Baird, he's crunched down. Ireland still have the ball. Mac Hansen, no room to move. Where's the ball? Still there, but no. Touch. Assistant referee on this side, Andrea Biardi of Italy, had a good look at that and raises the flag. Good defence from Samoa.
I'll guarantee you I won't shout at you, but if you shout at me again, I'll penalise you.
That was a warning for Ryan Baird from Wayne Barnes. There's Baird, just 24 years of age, really burst on the scene in the last 2 seasons.
Okay, who's the 2? Which 2? Which 2? Okay, come in the line then, please. Come in the line, please.
Who's in the line-out, Wayne Barnes wants to know, albeit a shortened line-out for Silala Lam to hit. And it's taken by McFarland. But Ireland get in and disrupt, and Samoa find themselves almost on their own line.
Push, push. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. 3 times you screamed at me now. That's enough.
Well, Ireland can't say they weren't warned.
3
Shouting
times
at
you
the
screamed at
referee.
me. Enough.
And you know what? That's a fair call from Wayne Barnes.
I didn't think he was.
Discipline is going to be a huge part of Rugby World Cup, and we're not just talking about tackle heights, we're talking about it across the board, because cheap penalties like that give teams an opportunity to exit, albeit again that Samoa didn't find touch and take advantage, and Mac Hansen will kick it to the air. The rain has stopped coming down in Bayonne. Sapoanga perfectly placed, and he just tells his teammates, calm it down. And that's the experience of having the 16-odd time capped New Zealand All Black in their ranks.
Sorry.
But for a second time, he hasn't found touch, and he gives Ireland the opportunity to come back again.
Fine.
Try scorer Jimmy O'Brien sends it to the sky. This will be a competition. Sapoanga can't hold it, nor can the Irish. There were 2 there to challenge. Referee says play on. McCluskey, Hansen, he's got the captain Henderson outside him, goes back inside. Conor Murray, Caelan Doris back for Stewart, who was watched all the way and hit hard by Vui. Crowley, up quickly came Samoa, over the top he went. Oh, wonderful hands. Fantastic hands. Rescues today for Samoa. But it's out on the full.
Take him back by 12 and then kick dead.
With a great take, but a poor kick.
Sublime piece of skill, space in the backfield, but what about that take with the left hand and the left peg? Fortunately, he carried the ball back. Another chance now for Ireland to attack in Samoan territory.
Quick ball, wonderfully worked. Hansen on the burst, and it was forward. Weather watch, rain comes down again.
Out of the hands
Gotta
forward.
love the creativity though. The rain is teeming down here, but the launch play, the effort to take the ball, wrap that ball back inside, playing the edge of that 15-meter line, try and isolate the tight head. The idea, absolutely fantastic. The execution just a little off, but that's not going to stop them trying.
Nice scrums at good heights.
No doubt, the coaches of Scotland, South Africa, Romania and Tonga will have taken note of that particular move. The teams in Ireland's group,
keep that
get
balance.
underway on Saturday the 9th of September against Romania. The Samoans actually one of the last teams into action in the Rugby World Cup. They start their campaign a week later against Chile on Saturday the 16th. They're also in a group, of course, with Argentina, Japan and England.
Bind! Set!
Nice, Paulie. Nice chance. Nice little zone into going down.
Let's just come up a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit higher, both of you. You got that? Good balance. Let's just get that height a little bit higher on that side. Okay, here we are.
Last time these sides met was back in
Nice this side.
2019 at the Rugby World Cup. Ireland beating Samoa by 47 points to
6 inches
5
higher, far side.
on that day. There's the possession statistics for the game today, 60-40 in Ireland's favour.
Crouch!
And 7 points to nil, probably about right based on what we've seen so far.
Set! Keep
Ireland have had
high!
one shot, they've taken it.
Advantage, JT.
Good scrum from Samoa. They have advantage. Tamatene gets it away, and the centres kind of make a bit of a meal of it. Seotene and
Went to full.
Tumua Manu, both of course play their club rugby in France. Seotene with La Rochelle, Manu with Pau.
Just see the pressure coming on that tight head side. All Aluamile, Cian Healy, scrum crumpled under the pressure. 125
international caps for
where,
the evergreen. Cian Healy, 35 years of age now, and every time a player goes down on either side, the coaches will be, well, Andy Farrell on this occasion puts his hand over his eyes because Cian Healy is done for today. And
hold them.
with what we know lies
really
ahead,
close
that
Chris.
is
Can
dreadful
Chris,
to
can
see.
you just show me who that?
And here's
if you've got
hoping
that
it's
two,
not
2 plus 1, and
as
remember,
serious as
the
it
plus
looks,
can't go until it's
because
thrown.
Cian Healy has bounced back from
Liam, and then we'll
horrific injury and got himself in a place to go to the Rugby World Cup, and now, well, that picture tells the story, doesn't it? In his place will come Jeremy Loughman of Munster. There's Loughman, cap number 3 for him. Wasn't in the original squad, but very much part of the picture now. Zilal Alam and both sides guilty of not managing the line out as they would want. Caelan Doris takes it in, not forward, and well, McFarlane got it, but he got a face full of Ireland defenders as well. Can the Samoans get it through the hands? We haven't seen this back line just yet operating at full ability. Manu goes well. Temotene will look for it again. There it is, pops it out, and Seu into contact. Ireland up quickly again, but ball presented for Samoa once more. Pop it on to Chris Bowie. Temotene once more. Sapwanga into the air. And that's a better kick out of hand.
Backwards.
Real competition that Ireland just about win. First Jimmy O'Brien, then Robbie Henshaw. Possession secured. Loughman gets his first carry of the evening. Henderson in to protect the ball. Samoa happy to let Ireland have it right now.
And use it, please.
And Murray to the air. Forward comes Fido. In fact, it was Sapwanga. Samoa, though, going backwards a little on that particular effort, so Sapwanga kicks it in, and Truth just kicked it away.
He doesn't really have any other option, though. It's not like he's got many blue jerseys coming back to give him a regen play or a platform to go forward and attack from. Difficult conditions, slippery ball. Andy Farrell talked pre-match about this type of game. They haven't had this in their preparation. They want to have it in their armory going into the competition, dealing with the teaming rain. So it was a better contest by Sapwanga up in there. 50-50 created, that can generate anything. Ireland regathered.
Have to say, that looked forward in the first instance from Ireland, but referee didn't spot it. Have to say, neither did I until the replay.
Yeah. Fritz, 2 meters, stay 2.
So then Lamb and the Samoan line out. This time they go short to secure possession through Trio McFarland. And then it's Luatua. Temotene is going to box kick, you feel.
And use it, and let go now, please, both of you.
And that's a decent one. Chasers coming,
That's it,
Stockdale
knock on.
coming, knocked forward, advantage being played, and Lay immediately looks to set the Samoan back line alight, but comes off an Irish player. It's all a little scrappy. There have been moments of structure, but that's down to the weather more than anything.
Yeah, look, it's another 50-50. It's these types it's so hard to generate go-forward quick ball because contacts are greasy, the ball doesn't get presented properly. So once you get a turnover ball like that, a 50-50 from a high ball, you play there. Sutini, the turnover, he tries to go forward. He's actually fortunate with the bounce when it comes back. He tries to kick the ball for territory and squeeze Ireland back, but that ball could have gone anywhere. And again, you see Cian Healy not looking happy at all.
Front of the house again. This time it's Seu who claims, and to the air Sapwanga goes once more. That should be there for Ireland. It is for Jimmy O'Brien. Up quickly comes Samoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them there. The last to arrive. Seotene almost got to Irish ball.
Advantage.
Van der Fleer and Stewart combine to knock it forward. advantage being played for the
He didn't,
knock-on.
he picked up the ball.
And Ireland turn it over again. Scrappy from both sides. And that will beat everybody. And out over on this side. And it'll be a throw to Samoa, the boot of Stuart McCluskey. It was too much for Nigel Awong to deal with. Here was the first knock forward. Samoa got advantage from that. But then Ireland turn it over again, and McCluskey kicks downfield.
It will be difficult. You have to appreciate the endeavour, taking the ball to the gain line, trying to challenge opposition defences. There, Fritz Lee gets a mid in the way. It's very close to a clear line break.
Lamb, once more, taken by Delaney Sau. To the air, once more from Sopoanga. It's been that kind of pattern the whole way. But the tackle is one that releases the ball. Paewa, the man to make the tackle on Jimmy O'Brien. Samoa have ball in hand. Can they do anything with it? Straight down the middle of Manu. Tackle comes in from Crowley, of all people, and turns the ball over once more. Both sides just not able to hold on to it. Cannot go through more than 2, maybe 3 phases, and then the intensity of the tackle or the elements, or a combination of both, spill the ball and turn it over. But what about that for a tackle from Duncan
Scrum then.
Paewa?
And the quality of ball handling again. The line by Manu to come onto the ball.
Okay.
This type of stage, though, you just want a message. Hold on to ball. If there's a line break or a phase you're going forward, hold on to ball. Try and see if you can squeeze a penalty out of the opposition.
Really good. Thank you, your side.
The minute is so frantic.
It's nice and high this side. Okay, balance.
Even Stevens almost on the tackle stats after, what are we, 27 minutes or so?
Balance and height. Balance. Crouch. Bind. Set. Yes, please, Colin.
Samoa go after Ireland's scrum and go after it well. Doing just enough to hang on to it. Jimmy O'Brien swings the big left boot at it. That won't find touch. Second bite, no. Third bite with a cherry for Paewa. And, well, he had a lot of time, but he managed to make a real hames of it. And they're going to walk this one back. Crowd don't like it.
If it is, we'll get it.
Samoan players believe it's been touched in flight. Asking Barnsley to come back and check it.
Yeah, really nice scrum.
Lost it.
They played away. All right.
And when he got the kick away,
it's really nice picture you're showing.
Jacob
Really
Stockdale
nice
get a
picture.
hand to that.
Thanks, mate.
Hard to tell, right? Ireland have the ball, and they go to the maul. Again, Samoa,
At once.
for the second time of asking this evening, have dealt with that first effort from Ireland really well. Stewart at the back is joined now by Conor Murray, who decides to get on with it. McCluskey steps back inside, creates some space, and Ireland go marching through. Quicker ball there for Crowley, and Robbie Henshaw, who gets a face full of Manu as well, but Ireland still move forward. Crowley better from Ireland. Ryan Baird is upended by Taumatene. Still there, Ian Henderson. First to meet him is Fritz Lee.
Ian's pushing it into
Murray. Crowley up quickly. Samoa come once more. McFarlane the man to break the line and shut Ireland down. Good defensive work. In behind, the little kick goes, but not enough Irish pressure on that, and really well dealt with. Tamatene will take his time.
tackle.
Farland and Bowie there, and the scrum half
And
will put a
it,
gentle
please.
foot on it, and then Blas. And that's a decent exit, not perfect with the kick, but they did well to scramble
Yeah, of course,
defensively,
yeah,
because
as long as
Ireland
it's
were
credible
working
ask.
through the phases. And we've seen
Ian.
when Ireland get up to that fourth, fifth phase,
Thanks the ball to you,
they
nine.
normally find a way, but Samoa stuck to the task.
The difference is the speed of ball. They were delighted with those defensive sets, whether it's Fritz Lee, McFarland coming up in that line, dominating some collisions, getting Ireland on the deck, not allowing them that quick ball that they thrive on. But another wave about to come.
Stewart front of the line out. Stockdale gets it. McCluskey finds a way around the tackle of Lee, but Samoa have turned it over at the breakdown. Fido just kicks it downfield, and again, his teammates will probably look at him and go, there was no need to do that. It gives Ireland an opportunity to counter, and Crowley, we've seen him find space a couple of times, coming across our Samoa, and the ball is charged down, and it beats everybody, including Caelan Doris, to the dead ball line. But for a moment there, the kick of Tamatene, the scrum half, looked like it had caused Samoa trouble. He did really well to get across. Bounce favoured him.
Exactly. So it's a goal line drop.
Blocked down by Van der Fleer, I think, and Doris just couldn't get there.
Give yourself space.
Great vision by Crowley in the first instance to find that space in the backfield. The hustle. Touched in flight again, but hustle and the kick chase so important in these horrible conditions.
Jimmy O'Brien for Caelan Doris, up to make the tackle is Luatua.
No.
Where's the ball?
It
It was there for a moment for Samoa, but Ireland rescued the situation. Conor Murray runs into the hit from Sioteni. Again, not particularly convincing at the breakdown. Stockdale had to clean it up. Stewart was there, got hit hard by Luatua. Crowley back in the pocket, high into the night sky in Bayonne. Robbie Henshaw's gone after this with purpose. Where's it going to bounce?
I got no knock on
Just
there. Clear by
about
anyone.
bounces in Samoa's favour. Sapoanga did enough, but Ireland drive over and continue to cause Samoa problems. Awong is the latest to get engulfed by white shirts, but Samoa somehow managed to retain possession, albeit, what, 7-8 metres now away from their own line. Lee.
Stole the ball, six on his feet, first man. No.
There for Ireland. Conor Murray, almost surprised by it. Henshaw tries to shuffle it on. Shrill blast of the whistle of Wayne Barnes.
Number 5.
And he says number 5, Theo McFarland, is the man he's penalised for offside, I think.
Corner.
Looked like a really handy jackal by Tyke Byrne as well. So precious at the breakdown for such a big fella.
Mind yours.
This is where it came, Van der Fleer, and
just a half yard offside. This is the jump.
Keep that set up as it is.
It's been impressive though. Athletic, gets around the field, some big collisions.
Stuart and Ireland look for a second try in the evening, but they haven't been able to control the line out, and that's been the story of that half from their perspective. When they've got themselves into those sort of positions, this time it's Seu, Delaney Seu, who snaffles it back on the Samoan side. Really good work. Defensive line out from Samoa has been standout in this first half.
It's McFarland again.
That's great putting everyone on side.
Mentioned the injury, hasn't had too much game time for Saracens this season, but chooses his zone, backs himself middle.
On your front man, fellas,
contest
on your front man.
fingertip stuff.
It was McFarland.
Great athleticism, get up in the air. Win that ball back for his side.
Yeah, I know, but you can still come in.
So Ireland again, line out, this time though on the 22, and that one was a complete mistime. And Tamatene is the one who gathers it.
Really uncharacteristic. We mentioned 77% last week for Ireland, but there, no communication, no back lifter at all.
Seu takes it forward, and what was a bit of a mishit from Ireland's line out last week is looking like a real problem this week. Oh, Jimmy O'Brien bursts into space and is eventually put down by James Lay. Conor Murray, Hansen moves from his wing to get more involved. So often the spark for Ireland. Conor Murray. McCluskey almost intercepted. Surely that was knocked forward. Referee says it wasn't knocked forward. And away comes Samoa. Paeawa is going to get in. One end to the other. Downtown from Samoa. Great try from the fullback. And Samoa get their first of the night. And Ireland and McCluskey look at each other and wonder. I think we'll go back to see if there was a knock forward. But Wayne Barnes is going to have a check with his TMO. He thinks it came off the head. We'll see.
If it has, that's one of the best Falcons we've ever seen. What a way to take the ball. Overlap on the short side. If this ball goes...
There's no clear evidence of a knock on here.
Straight off his forehead.
Off his face and then goes forwards off his face.
Thank you. Liam, that's fine. The try's good. It hit him in the face.
Try is good. You heard Wayne Barnes confirm it. Duncan Paeawa goes coast to coast.
Off the shoulder of Henshaw. Overrunning a little bit. Conor Murray was looking for that skip pass to find the width in the channels, and Duncan Paeawa plays his rugby in the south of France for Toulon. Centre, one of the best in the business. At the wheels to go the length, and Samoa right back in this game.
And sorry, Richard, you said that was 5 minutes, didn't you?
And Lima Sapoanga has the opportunity to draw the sides level. And all of a sudden, it's 7 points apiece, and it was threatening for Ireland to get their second. McCluskey off the shoulder of Henshaw, as you rightly say, Johnny, and after that, well, there was no one at home for Ireland, and that man with those wheels was never going to be caught. Real lift for Samoa as we head towards the half-time break, and Henderson just ahead of the kicker there. He stopped himself, and I think the referee's going to let it go.
And use it!
Tamatini will go to the air once more. Really interesting. 3 or 4 minutes before half-time. See just how much of a lift this has given Samoa in terms of their belief, and they've turned it over again. And it's there for Awamu, kicks downfield. O'Brien gets there, and tell you what, Tamatini is a real nuisance. He's bubbly at 9 and really gets himself around the field. Got in the face again of Ireland trying to kick downfield. And Samoa, there's a spring in the step and a little bit more belief there.
There's a spring in the step, but I'm really surprised by Ireland's inability to take these balls in backfield. You know, they're used to it playing Munster, Ulster, week in, week out, provincial rugby in the rain. You expect more. They're normally so good with their detail, but they haven't got their fundamentals right. High balls in the backfield, their line-out hasn't fired, and without that, they haven't really fired a shot. It's been a really mixed first half of rugby for Andy Farrell and his men.
I would say there will be words at half-time in the Irish changing room. A little bit of concern now for the Samoan co-captain, Chris Vui. Co-captain, of course, with Michael Alaalatoa, who's on the bench this evening.
It's their line out, Chris, just about on the halfway line.
He's okay, I think.
Okay, line out. Samoa on the line. Who's in Ireland? Josh, 2 meters. Receiver. Okay, watch out.
4 lineouts lost for Ireland. Add another one to it. And Samoa are in the Irish heads come set piece time. No question about that. Tamotene and then Sapoanga. That one's going to land just outside the 22, and it's knocked forward by Jimmy O'Brien. And Samoa are doing, well, an Irish job on Ireland. No question about it. Lamb picks it up, drives forward. Is there something more here for Samoa before the break? We'll come back for the set piece. Scrum Samoa.
5th line-out loss for Ireland. But it's simplistic rugby in these conditions. The contest is good, just enough to get in the vision of Ian Henderson. But it's the high ball again, the perfect weight, right outside the 22. Make it contestable, cause havoc.
Okay, scrum.
That was the
let's
blueprint
go.
that Ireland used for so many years, under Joe Schmidt in particular.
Right, you start forming up.
And Samoa have just sent it up, competed, and asked Ireland to deal with it. Ireland did deal with it last week against England when they tried it. Samoa have found a way of making it more difficult this week, and Andy Farrell, well, I describe that as a stern face.
Another big test for Lockman as well. The last scrum we saw, Aluamile, one of the best in the top 14, really turned the screw.
Crouch.
Dominant tight head for Stade Francais.
Bind. Set.
So then, Jonathan Tamoteni will feed a Samoan scrum that does a number on Ireland. What an effort. And if they had doubts, well, surely they'll go to the changing room with none. Set piece, scrum and line out, in addition to the kick chase and competition.
And that's half-time.
It's been Samoa all the way in the second half of this first half.
Added to that, in the second period, Samoa play with the wind at their backs. They've played into the wind in this first period. But what a shot in the arm that last scrum was.
So then,
Yeah.
They're like 3 feet, but they're not going back. They're staying there.
On the line out. All right,
Lima
have a look.
Sopoanga
I presume on your ball.
with the opportunity to give Samoa the lead at half-time in Bayonne. On its way, up go the flags, up go the arms of the neutrals in the stadium, who are most definitely behind the underdog going into this game. But they built into it, and having suffered from a Jimmy O'Brien try, they found their way back into the game. The try from Duncan Paiawa, converted by Sapoanga, who added a penalty. And look, after a weekend of shocks where Fiji beat England, South Africa thumped New Zealand, is there another one in the offing? Ireland 7, Samoa 10. Stand on our right-hand side for the start of this second half. And you wonder what Andy Farrell will have been saying to his Irish team at half-time. By comparison, you feel that, say, Selala Mapusa will be really pleased with what went on. And he'll be looking for more of that. Mapusua, of course, getting a hold of this team 3 months ago and really making an impact. There he is.
Yeah. Just chat to me, all okay?
There's a change, though, for Samoa at the start of this second half. Chris Bowie not able to continue. He's failed a HIA. Yeah. And then in his place comes the number 20,
Andrea
Taufua.
Andrea, you got me.
Jordan Taufua.
Johnny, you got me.
Club rugby with Lyon.
What a figure he is as well, to bring off the bench. Bit of a cult hero at the Crusaders, now captain already at Lyon, signed a big extension.
Going right, Liam.
One of the best back rows, combative, explosive.
So then off we go at the start of the second half in Bayonne. And Ireland will be looking for a much improved performance. Samoa will be looking to build on the confidence that they got in the last 20 minutes of that first half. And they come tearing into Ireland at the start of the second half. And the men in the white shirts need to get up to game pace really quickly, because Samoa are threatening. Confirmation that there's a change for Samoa. Captain, or the co-captain, Chris Bowie, not able to continue in his place. Jordan Taufua. And the captain right now is Fritz Lee for Samoa. Van der Fleer didn't say his name a lot in that first half. It'll show you the lack of impact of that Irish back row in particular. Conor Murray, all that experience will be required to get Ireland going. Fido had a nervy start, but he's grown into the game, no doubt about that. Ireland go after the ball, can't get there. Taumatene is going to take his time.
Use it, please.
I can just see the confidence in the Samoan team. The difference between minute 1 and minute 41 is significant. Conor Murray gets the ball. Couple of Samoans there to meet him when he came back down. Big hit on Ryan Baird by Theo McFarland. And it's knocked forward, and Samoa are winning just about every part of this game right now.
Right, and they started where they left off in the first half. Happy to go to the air. Fritz Lee teeing off on Conor Murray. Overlap was actually made, but again, it's just the misread. Unstructured play going down that short side. The 4-on-2 is the right option. But in these conditions, do you want to overplay? We saw in the first period knock-ons allowing Samoa that foothold in the game. Again, coughing up cheap territory, allowing Samoa way back into the game.
Keep that balance, keep that height.
And the Samoans enjoying every single collision, building into the second half and growing in confidence.
Well, at the end of the first half, there was a scrum that Samoa literally lifted Ireland out of, and they'll look to start the second half with the same sort of intent at the set piece.
Okay, get your balance. Back off.
Stern from Wayne Barnes. But again, we look now down the depth chart when you talk about teams and the talent required to go far in competitions like the World Cup. Paul Aluamile starting. Michael Alatoa on the bench. Charlie Famawina as well, their third choice tight head. They are blessed with some of the best tight head props in the world. Seriously impressive at the end of that first period.
Taleni Sale has gone into the second row to accommodate Luatua's move to the blindside flank, although he's wearing 8, and the substitute Taufua goes in at number 8, and the ball is at his feet. Well, it was for a moment, a little bit scrappy, but Samoa rescued the situation, and Manu, well, has one and then a second go, and Caelan Doris eventually gets to grips with him, or does he? Because Samoa crash into the Ireland 22. Pure power there from the Samoans, and they continue on their way. Ireland are struggling to meet them physically.
Hold.
Luatua will play scrum half, flicks it on to McFarland. There for Taumatene, and it's just popped on again. Strong men running direct lines, and Ireland are making the tackles, but they're losing yards. Cry for a high tackle there, taken on by Awong. Well, 6'4" of them. Lay, the latest to carry. Samoa just 6, maybe 7 meters short of the Irish line now. Terrific start to this second half. The Bayonne crowd on their feet, urging Samoa home. Manu into contact, Crowley and Henshaw and Murray there. Ireland have defenders sucked in. Tamotene looking for a penalty, getting a penalty. Then Ireland need to keep their eyes on this, because the scrum half will have a little think about going quickly. But what a start to the second half for Samoa.
Looking dominant now. Scrum time, you could see they held the ball in. The intention was a double shove. They want to turn the screw and ease more penalties out of this Irish pack, and then battering the gain line. Coming around the corner where there's Payawa, Manu on short lines, Taufua fresh off the bench, coming and having an impact. Their ability, their leg drive and the physicality.
You know where the clock is, Liam.
Really challenging this Irish defensive line.
Well, there was nothing subtle about that. That was pure power, and the Samoans have that in abundance. They've been able to control the breakdown on occasions, and Ireland have been taking backward steps.
Showing's really nice, so thank you.
The net result, penalty Samoa, and no surprise that Lima Sapoanga will be asked to take the first points of this second half and extend the Samoan lead from 3 to 6. Straightforward as it comes, flags go up. First points of the second half. And another change for the Samoans. Michael Alaalatoa is into the game. And out goes Paul Aloamile. That was a good shift and a great replacement. Alaalatoa, of course, playing his club rugby in Ireland now with Leinster. Play on, says the referee. Looked like it squirted one way, then the other. Henderson trying to lead by example, a bit of physicality from him to get Ireland into that Samoan 22, but they have control of the ball. Cries for a late hit, but don't think there was anything in that. Jimmy O'Brien, oh, what a hit! Alaalatoa on his clubmate. Stewart. Conor Murray. Ireland have got to find a way of matching Samoa physically to start with. Caelan Doris doesn't go to hand. Crowley. Again, a quick on-rushing Samoan defence, little gap in behind it, but Sapoanga does really well to slip away from the first tackle, get to the safety of numbers, and Samoa control the ball again. Tamatene. There's a comfort about what Samoa are doing now. In the early part of that first half, it was all a little frantic. Now, there's a control. Murray looked for a runner, eventually gets one from Stockdale. Robbie Henshaw injects a bit of pace into Ireland's attack. It was McFarlane who took him down. Tyke Byrne, Crowley, better from Ireland. Doris sets it up, after it goes Taufua. Can't get his hands on the ball. Crowley once more brings it out the back door to Stockdale, who gets away from the first tackle of Fido, but doesn't control it. Surely knocked it forward. Ireland allowed to continue. Here's Stewart. Tackle from Paewa, but we will go back. I think the referee got a shout from his TMO. No doubt that the ball was knocked forward, and Samoa will get the scrum just inside their 22.
I didn't see that. I just had a call knock on white 11.
Initial piece of play, actually.
If he ripped it, that's
nice
just
by Stockdale, finding space. It's Henshaw that takes the ball forward.
One stop. You got
It's actually Fido coming back, gets the rip, gets that ball free. That's the knock on. As you mentioned, Samoa growing into this game, you can see though a slight element of fatigue.
Oh, big hit from Alaalatoa and
got both hookers down.
Selala Lam. Ooh, Lam was inches away from trouble there. Alaalatoa almost cut O'Brien in half.
Interesting choice as well by O'Brien, given that it's not a ball. He's not on the front foot. You're running into a forward pack to Samoa. You've seen what Samoa did in the first period. They started the second period the same. Aerial route, why not? Challenge them in the backfield. Can they gather a high ball? We haven't seen them challenged yet in backfield, but opting to take the ball straight, run straight into the Samoan pack. A huge collision.
Rather you than me, mate.
Jimmy O'Brien and Selala Lam both in need of attention after that coming together. Jimmy O'Brien's 7th cap try in the opening quarter of this game, his first international try.
Just make sure he's all right.
It has not been a good outing for him and his teammates.
Good job you got that
since
helmet
then.
on.
Gary Ringrose, the man who's pulling off the tracksuit.
It's a scrum your ball.
Ireland's utility back as such, wearing 23 if required. O'Brien looks okay. And Selala Lam is putting the scrum cap back on, so he feels he's okay to continue.
Okay, just to the left, please. Nice balance, please. Nice first scrum, nice balance. No overleaning. Get your balance.
Let's go, Mikey. Let's go, skipper.
Well, Ireland played a game here back in 2007. For those of you that are joining us late, we mentioned it before. It's been known as the Battle of Bayonne, when they took on the Bayonne club side here before the Rugby World Cup, and it turned into something of a, well, it's renowned in Irish rugby circles, and Bayonne does not hold good memories for Ireland, and right now it continues to be that way.
And I can tell you there'll be a man watching this game. Mike Tawata,
On the line.
back in New Zealand, but was the Bayonne player that terrorised the Irish side. He is a cult hero in this part of the world for his demonstration that day. The physicality. And a few Irish players forced to leave the field that day.
Two blue just coming. Anyone else, mate?
And changes coming from Ireland. More of a tactical nature than anything else right now. Rob Herring comes in for his clubmate Tom Stewart Herring, winning cap number 37. Change at hooker also for the Samoans. Nira Mailolo in for Sele Lalam. And also coming in is Fomai. Just checking to see who he's coming in for. It looks like Ed Fido is the one who's making way. So changes aplenty on both sides. Ireland's line out last week in the first half of this game was not good. That's better from Herring and Ryan Baird. Herring at the back of the maul, and Ireland a bit more urgency in what they're doing. Herring driving the legs, and Ireland, well, crabbing more across field than going forward. Conor Murray has very little on this narrow side, but Stockdale created an angle, and over the top it goes from Stockdale. Murray's after this. Two Irish players, and Murray the one to profit. Conor Murray. Well, it looked like Ireland had gone down an alley that they weren't going to be able to get out of. But Murray saw the space behind, and once the ball bounced, it became a bit of a lottery, and Murray the one to profit. Ireland have their second try.
Ireland going back to basics, showing where their strong structure. Conor Murray does very well to seal the initial dummy open. The 2-on-1 is created. Stockdale with a chip over, and it's Murray that goes over in the corner. Very cute play. But it just shows the importance, your set piece, the quality of ball. What can you offer your backline? And that's your answer. 2-on-1 created by Conor Murray. The vision to find grass in the backfield by Stockdale. And Murray with the finish.
Stockdale's chip found the grass, and Murray there to profit, and Crowley will look to add the extra two. That one needs to come in, and it ain't going to. Two tries for Ireland, but they still trail by a point. It's Ireland 12, Samoa 13. Right there, it looked like there was nothing on, but Stockdale drew the defence, and Fomai came up to meet him. Over the top it went, and Stockdale and Murray had the legs on all the Samoan defenders thereafter. Murray, by the way, that's try number 16 for him as James Lowe and Jonathan Sexton look on. I think Caelan Dara saw that one late and adjusted well to gather the ball.
And use it!
Murray, despite the tensions of Tamotene, gets the kick away.
Thanks, Jeremy, just on you.
And another change for Ireland to tell you about is that man, Ross Byrne, in, and it's Jimmy O'Brien who's made way. So Byrne, it looks like, is going to go into out half, and Crowley will go to full back as Stockdale somehow wriggles away from the attentions of Malolo. Taken on by Finlay Bealham. Ala Alatoa, the one to make the tackle.
Get excited for this one, Jacob. Get excited for this one.
Enough, stop.
It's a real competition out there. What are we? 53 minutes into it, and they're going at it hammers and tongs. Physically, Stockdale, good work. He's really come into the game in the last 5 minutes. Bealham behind the gain line had to readjust, got absolutely nowhere. The efforts of Fritz Lee stopped him in his tracks. Ross Byrne goes to the air, and as Johnny Beattie suggested, Ireland giving Samoa a little bit of their own medicine, but what a take that was from the try scorer, Paewa.
Just wait.
Poor kick. Gives Stockdale all the time in the world.
Inside.
Sapoanga will have plenty of time to get there. Ireland not coming up at any great speed. Stockdale indeed will be the first to get there. Sapoanga with the clearing kick, and Ireland thought about a quick one through Ross Byrne, but thought better of it.
Here we go. Line's yours, Blue.
The beauty of this is just how open the World Cup is going to be. Fiji beating England, Samoa leading the #1 side in the world after 55 minutes. What a tournament is going to be. Already this test match, we don't know, but the quality of rugby on show is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
In we come then, Ireland.
Tyke Byrne at the front of the Irish line-out, which has improved at the start of the second half. Here's Van der Fleer off the back. Ireland set it up. Beelan protects the ball there for Conor Murray. Alatoa again making a nuisance of himself and continues to do so. Murray to the air. That one's not got an awful lot of distance on it, and it's really well dealt with by McFarland. Doris went after it, couldn't get it. It's there for Tamatene. Where's this one going? It's knocked forward, surely. No, says the referee. On goes to Afua. And a great line from Manu. Samoa all of a sudden in behind Ireland. They try to put it through the hands and maybe create out wide. Tamatene knocks it forward. Mac Hansen will gather it for Ireland, and Hansen does a little dance and he's put to ground, and that's put Ireland under pressure. Samoa come piling in, but Ireland will just hold on to the ball.
Advantage over.
Well, you can't take your eyes off it. You really can't. Jimmy O'Brien feeling the effects.
Sapoanga does really well to adjust. It's Taufua.
What a pass.
The
what a
skills. Unbelievable.
Liam.
And that's the damage done. Sutini, so good for La Rochelle, Champions Cup winner. Just loses the ball.
Fellas, who's it? Are you in, JT? Are you? Perfect.
At the back is Malolo, the substitute hooker. Tamatene leaves it on to Manu. Tamatene once more. Sapoanga back inside. Luatua up to the Irish 22, picked by Lay at pace, and didn't the prop do well? Lee, Samoa building. Malolo around the corner. Sapoanga comes in with a clear out. On goes Tauafua. Once more, the Samoans building. Tamotene knocked forward. Henshaw. Crowley, Sapoanga
over,
after
away.
him, and downfield it goes, advantage over. So an opportunity for Paewa to counter. Murray meets him on the gain line. Ireland competes and compete well. Tyke Byrne shows his moment. Henderson and Rothsburn. And in behind Samoa it goes all the way back there. Is Teleni Seu. And Seu's gonna go on a little wander. And gets outside and gets back to his feet. And on he goes. And Samoa are motoring now. Crowley's bounced off by McFarland. On the second row goes. Byrne makes a huge tackle. Oh, this game has burst into life. What a run by Seu. On Samoa go. Lee, Manu. Crowd bay them on, but just as they enter the Irish 22, it's knocked forward. But what a passage of play. On a day that the rain pours down, Samoa light up the sky.
And the appreciation from the neutral supporter in the ground. What about this for a run? Out of backfield, ball in one hand, the offload.
Scrum, Ireland.
Superb, bouncing off defenders. Keeping the ball alive, continuity, unfortunately.
Let's go.
Just knocked on at the end, but end-to-end stuff. 22. Why not take a risk? Let's run it out. Challenge these Irish boys.
Who do you want? Watch, stop,
And
please.
everyone around us now
Let it
chanting
on.
on their feet, loving
What numbers, mate?
and appreciating this Samoan side.
13.
Well, while all that is going on and the crowd and you were appreciating it, real concern for Robbie Henshaw. He's
Some subs.
gingerly jogging back into his position, although he may well be replaced. Ireland are going to empty
Just
the
getting
bench
some
and
subs
bring
on.
the
Let's go then.
experience in. Peter O'Mahony, James Ryan,
Okay,
Gary
do we want them on
Ringrose,
or off?
all stripped and ready to go. Wayne Barnes wants to know, are they coming and we can get on with
5
it,
and
or
6,
are we going to
please.
wait for the next passage
5
of
and
play?
6.
5 and 6 being called out for Ireland.
5.
Tyke Byrne is going to make way. Ryan Baird is going to make way.
Good, let's go. Take it, mate.
If we're trying to pick, and there's a person there from the previous tackle.
Well, Tyke Byrne's been told
Yeah,
to go back.
I'm not just. We might have missed that one, Fritz. I think we just missed it.
So it's not 5 and 6.
What
It's
stop?
definitely 6.
Okay, please, can we speak to the
And
bench
it's
and get them
also
to hurry up?
Ian Henderson
Thank you. Sorry.
who's making way. So 4 and 6.
Yeah, that's what they told me. Here we are, fellas. Here we are then. Scrum, white ball. Let's go, Mikey. Okay, nice and balanced. Nice
Peter
height.
O'Mahony
Okay.
in to win his captain, 96th captain. I was about to say captain. Captain will be James Ryan now, who is on the pitch
Okay,
with
nice height,
Henderson
nice
making
balance.
way.
Nice height, nice balance. Watch on. Comment c'est l'heure. Watch on. Crouch!
Change
Fine.
also for Ireland. Coming soon, we hear, is Ringrose going to go in. And Henshaw's going to make way. Right now, they've got to get the scrum right. Tom O'Toole is being readied as well.
Okay, let's just get that balance. Got new players. Right, come closer then. Rob, come up there. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, an opportune time for Ireland to ring the changes because Samoa, well, it's just taken the sting out of what was fantastic 90 seconds prior to that.
Ireland will need these reinforcements. This experience will absolutely count and matter. With 20 minutes to go, how can they adjust
Okay,
their
get your
game?
balance,
Not
don't
playing their own half.
overreact.
Be strong at set piece, defend, keep their discipline,
Bind.
try and bounce back against the Samoan side.
Set.
It's so impressive.
See Samoa going to make a change in the front row as well. Jordan Leigh has been readied. Mac Hansen, narrow sides with penalty Ireland.
And you can see what that means again. Difficult period first half at scrum time. Peter O'Mahony, you celebrate your small wins. But this is a big one. Pressure on.
Oh, you could see that going either way, couldn't you?
Not clear to me.
But our opinion doesn't count.
3, please.
It's Wayne Barnes who makes the calls. Ireland are going to make a call again to make a change. Tom O'Toole will come in for Finlay Bealham.
And blue one.
And also
Yeah.
Jordan
Thanks for your
Leigh
help.
in to
And
replace
blue 6.
James Leigh.
Watch stop, please. And at the top. Yeah.
Also a change. There's Miracle Failangi comes in. And I think it's going to be Taleni Seu who makes way.
Okay, all done.
Well, it was
Sorry, fellas. It's actually
Seu
8, not
who was
6.
making way, but they've changed their minds. It's Luatua who'll come out.
No, we thought we'd stop the clock.
So James Leigh and Stephen
I just got you some
Luatua
extra
are
meters
replaced.
in. Okay.
And they've been impressive, industrious, so physical.
And we come in, Ireland.
Experienced campaigner. You'll have a big World Cup ahead of him.
Taken by James Ryan, who immediately goes to work with that Irish maul. And advantage being played. Samoa infringing at the maul. Free play for Ireland, which is intercepted. And back will go for the penalty.
19 collapse.
19 collapses the referee. Miracle Failangi's first contribution is to give away a penalty.
Just shows how simple the game can be at times. James Ryan coming on, simple take, that maul is formed well, they get moving forward. Samoa under pressure, they buckle that, take it down. All of a sudden the game flicks, another penalty. Big opportunity now for Ireland.
Just get the setup right. Get the setup right.
7, maybe 8 metres short of the Samoan line. Andy Farrell, Mike Cann, Simon Easterby look on anxiously. Everything from an Irish perspective to this point, to this game, had gone pretty much according to plan in the preparation for the World Cup. No matter what happens in the final moments of this game, it hasn't been an outing they'll be proud of, but they can still rescue the situation, and Herring goes about it. And Ireland get the try from them all. Rob Herring in for his 4th international try. Scored one similar against England in the Six Nations decider back in March, and pops up with a timely 3rd try for Ireland here in Bayonne.
Really timely for Ireland.
You got the 5 metre line.
And the replacements have had an immediate impact. Tightening up that game, being clinical at set piece, forming that maul.
This one will make you run faster, won't it?
Much better in terms of organisation from Ireland, and that's the result. Into the lead for the first time in 30 minutes.
Got a bit of a different shift in dynamic at the scrum now with different players on
That was much more like the Ireland we've come to expect. I mean, Crowley will continue with the kicking duties despite Ross Byrne being there. There's been a change for Ireland as Jacob Stockdale has made way. Ringrose is into the game. Which is slightly surprising, I have to say, because Robbie Henshaw continues to receive attention. Back with the game, and it's a charge down. Taumatena came racing out the scrum half.
Watch stop. I let the ton.
Taumatena,
I'll just wait for
there
him.
he is. Great effort, got his hands to it. Crowley took too long.
Take is good, the throw quality all spot on, no contest from Samoa.
Merci.
You can see James Ryan willing his side forward to keep that pressure on.
Just time it.
They do, they buckle Samoa.
This one is a long way from done, though. Just about 15 minutes left.
And use it!
And Samoa back inside the Irish 22 for a moment at least. Conor Murray with the clearing kick. That's a good clearing kick from a man with extensive experience in situations just like this.
Numbers.
So now, where are Samoa as Gary Ringrose is in the game and Stockdale, well, the scars of the day. Herring, everybody in the ground felt that one. Ireland get a penalty. Offside against Samoa. But the combination of Herring slightly tripping and the impact of Taumatena with the tackle into the mid-drift, felt that one appear.
Yeah, okay.
This time it's Samoa's to misfire a line out. That allows Herring a free run onto the ball. What about the collision with Sopawanga, though? Tried to get back to his feet, come in contest. Didn't get back behind the back foot, in from an angle. Ireland again now. Just see overthrown. The collision, absolutely huge halfbacks.
Thanks, JT.
Sopawanga on one side, Taumatena on the other. That is not the meat you want to be in that sandwich. Scrum half has run his race. Change for Samoa as Ireland go to the maul again from the line out, and Rob Herring is in control. Inari in at scrum half for Samoa. Herring in search of Ireland's 4th try of the evening. Murray will try and dig it out, looks both ways. Offside against Samoa. Ireland threatening the line again. Murray gets the call. O'Toole puts the head down. Inches short. Murray once more. Ringrose held up by a terrific scramble defence by Samoa. Van der Fleer will play scrum half. Round the corner he goes. Wall of blue shirts to meet him. Where's the ball gone? Still there for Ireland. Caelan Doris, little look both ways. Van der Fleer will be behind him. Samoa go low. Lay made the tackle. Great defensive work from Samoa to this point. Herring is put down. Malolo, the one to make the tackle. Alalatoa goes after the ball again, but it should still be there for Ireland. But they've been forced back. They were inches short. Now it's meters. O'Toole once more. Again, stopped in his tracks. Ireland have men out wide if they choose to go that way. Caelan Doris tries to squirm his way over.
Okay, back we come, offside.
And offside against Samoa gives Ireland the penalty. But terrific defence from the Pacific Islanders. Absolutely committed to the cause.
Watch stop. Add head to Tom. I will. Watch it stop. Add head to Tom.
You have to keep playing there. Yeah, we're good there.
Now, remember, it took you about 5 minutes to make 2 replacements a second ago.
Watch
so you can't now complain about them doing that booster.
Samoa fix a boot. And this is where the penalty came. They just jumped a little early. Malolo,
okay.
I think the one that was penalised.
Okay, 1 second. Fritz, good to go.
Sa Jordan, Taufua looks
Set up
on.
right, fellas. Set up right.
Ireland
Keep it going. Yeah.
Will go
Just
the
get
line
your
out
set
and
up right.
surely to the
Concentrate on
ball.
you.
And the change of Herring and James Ryan into that set pieces been profitable for Ireland in this second half. And they'll go again. Herring at the back. Hasn't quite reached him. Samoa do a good job of putting Ireland down and doing it legally. McCluskey. Tackle came from Lay. Lockman burrows deep but can't get any further than a yard. Ryan static but drives the legs. James Ryan, is he there? No, he's not. Held up over the line. And that is an immense defensive effort from Samoa. And Formai is the man who seems to be getting the credit. But all 15 from Samoa played their part in that last 2-minute effort.
And you can see as well the reaction. Jordan Taufua absolutely pumped. His pack under the cosh. Ireland moving forward with their mauling prowess. But that last effort, they get to deck, they reset. Massive collisions.
This one watched into the chest of Caelan
Stood his
Doris.
ground.
And the number 8 decides little chip and chase. Not sure that was the best decision.
I don't know what Andy Farrell will think of that, to be honest.
I'm not sure what the Samoan team will think of that clearance kick from Inari. Murray, Lockman, McHanson. Through the hands it goes to McCluskey. He's met by his opposite number, Manu. Tyke Byrne sticks it under the arm and then presents it. Rossburn, Henshaw arrives. Caelan Doris on a good line. But the tackle was made by McFarland. Little dink in behind the Samoan defence, and this one forces them back. And Ireland playing much more of the game now, deep inside Samoan territory.
Ross Byrne looked absolutely furious with his teammates in front of him. This time, Caelan Doris, a good line. Ross Byrne just deciding there wasn't enough of a go forward. Turn Samoa, forced them to play from deep. 10 minutes to go on the clock.
Who's in? Who's in? Who's not?
Yeah,
In the right areas of the field.
Yeah, I was just about to say Ireland have made their final substitution in that Craig Casey has come in for Conor Murray at scrum half, and Samoa have made a mess of their own 5-metre line-out. And Ireland have numbers out wide. Can they execute? Robbie Henshaw is wrapped up by Awong, and he needed to be because he had 2 outside him. Casey for Lockman, who pulls it back for Ross Byrne, and out wide is James Ryan. Second row. steps inside for Mahi and sets it up for Casey. O'Mahony, big hit comes in, knocks him back. Ross Byrne, good hands from Ireland. Doris can't get the pass away. Samoa have it all, wonderful hands. Sapoanga.
Advantage, lost forward by White.
Siltini involved in the middle of all that from Samoa's defensive effort to help turn that one over.
And tackle and away.
Ireland, remember, going after what would be a record-breaking 13th consecutive test win.
Advantage over.
If they can see this one out, that one is caught in flight. Everybody onside. Ringrose from deep skips away from the first tackle. And almost the second. Craig Casey will always play with a bit of buzz. Through the hands it goes, but Ross Byrne and Crowley between them, it just didn't stick. Knock forward. The ferocity of the tackle at the 73rd minute from Samoa equal to the ferocity of the tackle in the first.
It's stuck as well. Ball touched in flight.
Stop. Add the top.
So it's play on. Actually, it's the intervention. It's the replacement hooker. It's Malolo that comes up. It's him that's kept the impetus up. The line speed still coming. Just enough to get in the eye line of this Irish back line.
Good. Samoa scrum.
Managed to create numbers on the open side. Couldn't convert, though.
Okay, all there.
Well, there's the difference in the game. In the last 10 minutes, Ireland have had 94% possession.
Let's go, Mikey. Let's go, Mikey.
Commence le temps. Balance and height. Balance and height.
You know why it's going to fall.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
At the feet of Tuafua, and it eventually finds its way to Awam.
Mate, the ball's come out, so don't stand up and scream at me.
Is into touch. Ireland throw the line out. Just to pick up on your point about the World Cup, you know, we've seen this weekend a fantastic performance from South Africa, an outstanding performance from Fiji. Seen a really good performance from Samoa, no matter what way this one goes. France and Australia tomorrow will set out their final stalls. But really, when you look at it, it is wide open.
Once.
Rob Herring holds on to it. Casey, McCluskey. Casey again. Lockman gets away from the first tackle. And Ireland have control of the ball again. James Ryan, rush up tackle from Fritz Lee, puts him down. Pull back, Ireland pulling it right back and trying to find some room out wide. O'Mahony drops the shoulder. Sapoanga will have felt that. Lockman has grown into this game after a nervy enough start. Still the tackles come.
Mate, the ball's here. Ball's trapped.
Tyke Byrne will play scrum half. Slow ball for Ireland. O'Toole. Casey. Van der Fleer. Casey once more. Nice little pop back inside to Mac Hansen. Samoa over it, and Samoa have it.
It's Fritz Lee again. He has been superb, whether it's collisions, his line speed, his work at the breakdown.
14 isolated, 7 on his feet.
He's been one of the best in the top 14 for over a decade. He came over as a joker initially, but what a rugby player. All court, physical.
So then, as we enter the final 4 minutes, it's a decision time for the player of the match, and that has been decided as Conor Murray, Ireland's scrum half. A little bit of time being taken by Peter O'Mahony. Just taking a little bit of the fizz out of it. Not that he's doing it on purpose, of course.
Who's that?
Is there a final throw of the dice for Samoa in terms of winning this game? 3.5 minutes left. Malolo and the line-out have not been great, but they are on this occasion. Sapoanga had to go high to get that ball. Manu ran into a wall of white, but there is a commitment to the cause still from Samoa. They believe. Sapoanga crashes in to the Irish 22, and Samoa get a penalty for a tackle off the ball. And they are gonna go again. And the crowd urge them on. They need a try.
Watch the count!
Not sure if you're picking up the words being screamed by the crowd, but it is very clearly towards Samoa. Samoa.
22 taken. They've taken the 22.
Well, while we were watching that replay, Samoa have made a hames of the penalty. Can you believe it, Johnny Beattie? With the opportunity there to lay down a final attack on Ireland, they don't find touch from the penalty. And outside the 22 is still Samoa who will come. And on they will come. Inari to Afua. And the pick from Malolo, and he drives the legs, and Byrne just hangs on. And they'll get another penalty, and they'll get another opportunity. What was Craig Casey thinking?
And they will not make the same mistake twice. The chance of Samoa picking up again. One more bite at the cherry.
Now Sapoanga finds his touch. And Samoa, with 90-odd seconds left in this game, are 5 meters away from the Irish line. Mapasua looks on. Malolo with the drive. He was never supporting his own body weight, amongst other things.
Replace him, or? Yeah, of course. It's a header injury.
I'll tell you what, the intensity of the games this weekend and indeed last weekend, I mean, what's it going to be like when we hit a World Cup? I don't see how it goes up another gear.
Look, as somebody that lives here, played the rugby here, it's all anybody has spoken about. You go to the school gates, you go out for a meal, everybody has been looking forward to this World Cup for 2 years. The fact that they've got to host it, the fact the French have their side back, but also they see how open it is. So every single stadium, whether you're in Lyon, Lille, up in Paris,
Do you need to check him, or?
the intensity of the crowds is going to be insane, but the intensity of every single test match across the board is just going to be incredible to follow. What a competition it's going to be.
Big cheer as the big man, Teleni Seu, gets back on his feet after
Line's yours.
some significant medical attention.
Who's in? Fellas, how many? How many?
This place is going to
Six.
absolutely erupt.
Who's your receiver?
If Samoa make it over the line here and nick this game at the death.
Fritz! 2 meters.
Malolo has to find his man and doesn't find his man, and Hansen hacks it clear, but it won't find touch at Samoa. Well, it shouldn't have found touch. It shouldn't have. Nigel Awong couldn't control it coming over his shoulder, and surely that's the last throw of the dice gone.
Great contest again. It's Ryan.
Yeah.
Is the contact in there? I don't know, but it's enough to get up in the eye line and spoil the jump in the air.
I tell you what, on first viewing, James Ryan looked like he got a hold of the hand of Theo McFarlane there, and he may have just got away with it.
Craig, one.
Craig Casey and Ireland at the maul, inside 30 seconds left. McCluskey hit by Taufua.
Arrive up! Arrive
Then
up!
Casey again
Yes, please.
will look to go through one more phase of play. Clubmate Peter O'Mahony is there, and Ireland will shut this one down. The locals don't like it. They don't like it one little bit. But Ireland look to have done
That is time.
just what they needed to do in the dying embers of this game and see it out. And the world's #1 ranked side, mighty sigh of relief. The boos ring out around the Stade Jean Daugé. The locals wanted to see the upset that was seen in Twickenham as Fiji took care of England earlier today. But Ireland found a way to see it out and get it done. That was a Samoan performance that lays down a very clear marker for Argentina, Japan, England and Chile. They will make an impact at the World Cup. They made an impact tonight, but just fall short. The full-time score, Ireland 17, Samoa 13. And Johnny Beattie, Ireland, in truth, got out of jail in the end. A couple of mistakes from Samoa deep inside Ireland territory that they'll look back and rue. But Ireland did get out of jail. It was a terrific Samoan performance and not a good one from Andy Farrell's side.
They were pressurised. Samoa were fantastic. Hungry, line speed, physical. Ireland could not find a way forward into that game up until the 65th minute. That's how good Samoa were. And that's how good the World Cup will be, because there is going to be no easy game for Ireland up against Samoa here today, or up against South Africa, Scotland, Tonga in their pool as well. Similar challenges against them. Ireland, yes, by their standards, absolutely poor tonight. We've been used to seeing the #1 side in the world excel week in, week out. They'll be hoping this was a one-off, but not the ideal prep to take into your first opener with the World Cup just over 10 days away.
Indeed not, and there will be concern over a couple of injuries in there as well, with Cian Healy looking particularly poorly as he left the field. Jimmy O'Brien not in great nick either, and Robbie Henshaw definitely is carrying something towards the end of that game for Samoa. It looked okay for them, no question that Chris Bowie will have to sit out a little while with a HIA fails, but outside of that there'll be the usual bumps and bruises and test match pains, but didn't look like they had anything serious to worry about. But Ireland named their 33-man squad tomorrow.
I don't think there'll be any surprises, but if you're South Africa watching on, you take the template of that game, which is how South Africa play. Big physicality, strong as set piece, physical, kick, chase, cause chaos. That's the template. That's how they will now take the game to Ireland in a few weeks' time. And for Samoa, confidence now through the roof, going into a pool with Chile, their first up opponents, then Argentina, Japan and England. That pool is now wide open, because this side, the Samoan side, packed full of talent, organised, fit, 3 months together, and altogether different propositions, some of the best athletes on the planet. What a team they will be in this competition.
And the body language from that group kind of tells you how they feel. They look a little shocked maybe as to how they performed, or maybe what they weren't expecting for Samoa. But they'll go back to the drawing board. They're a quality outfit, there's no question about that, and they will be ready come their first World Cup game against Romania in 2 weeks' time. Let's hear from Conor Murray.
Conor, congratulations, you're the Bank of Ireland player of the match. You got across the line out there, but it was a strange game, wasn't it? There was weather, there was errors, it was scrappy. What was it like to play in?
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, we were ready for it. Like, we knew the conditions were going to be difficult. It's very hard straight after game to sum it up, but I think, you know, first half we actually did a few good things. We said at half time we were doing a few things pretty well, just struggled to get a foothold in the game, get territory, and Samoa are a brilliant side when you give them loose ball, and we probably coughed up too many loose balls, too many turnovers, and and they'll punish you. So Yeah, they were credit to them, but you know we probably left a few chances out there, particularly probably set piece wise in the first half. We got into their 22 a couple of times, just didn't manage to execute for whatever reason, and we're usually a lot better in those areas. And you know, if a few of them come off in the first half, it's a different game. But credit to Samoa, they stuck in, you know, made us really fight for the win today, and we can be happy the way we grounded out and we dig deep for each other. But yeah, look, we got the result, and we'll have plenty to review on Monday, I imagine. Was there sort of nervousness, I suppose, with the squad announcement just imminent and everything? Was that sort of sense of it as well? A lot of people say that to you, but that's when you get injured, when you're nervous or you're trying to mind yourself. So no, look, like I said, Samoa, we played them many times in my career, and you know they're always a tough test, and we had the utmost respect for them, and you know they brought a serious game today, and you know lads really played their heart out today, and like I said, we'll have a lot to review on Monday, but you know we grounded out and we got the win in the end. But yeah, it was a tough day. Yeah, the warm-ups are done now. You'll be back in France next week. The tournament is finally in sight. Is that a relief? Yeah, it's exciting. Squad hasn't been named yet, so you know everyone out there tonight tried to put their best foot forward, and you know I think we can be proud of how we stuck together. And you know it's that stadium is really tough. You know the crowd are on top of you. A lot of Samoan support out there tonight, and pretty hostile is what it's going to be like in France. So yeah, a good test. You know we would have liked to have played a little bit better, but you know the way we stuck together like a proper team was definitely pleasing. Thanks, Conor. Well done. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, the views of Conor Murray, pretty realistic. Happy enough that they managed to stick to the task, but knows it wasn't anywhere near good enough from a World Cup perspective in terms of performance. That said, 13 test wins on the bounce for Ireland, and that is a new record for Irish rugby to have that success over that period of time. So much though ahead of them, and Samoa, well, victories over Fiji and Tonga, Japan in the last couple of weeks, a loss to Fiji as well, a loss to Ireland tonight, but you can see the time and effort, cohesion, coordination and coaching that have gone into that group over the last number of months. And you feel that's only going to get better and better as the World Cup approaches. Their first game against Chile on Saturday, the 16th of September. They'll be there. Will you be there? It'll be a terrific tournament, no doubt about that. Let's hear the thoughts of Ireland's captain on the night, Ian Henderson.
Ian, it's a record 13 wins in a row now. I suppose you were hanging on in there at the end with conditions and everything. It was hard to keep hold of the ball at times, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, I think both sides showed that this evening. At times, under the high ball set piece, phase play was difficult for both sides, and probably, unfortunately for us, we didn't capitalise on a quarter of the opportunities we should have. But that's the story of the game out there today. Very different conditions to what it's been all week, but look, it's not like nothing we can't expect over the coming weeks in this same place. Yeah, plenty of, I suppose, issues and frustration with the line out and scrum, especially in that first half. Yeah, look, if you look at the quality of players we're playing against, it's not, and I mentioned it earlier on in the week there, it's not like the teams used to play. When you used to play Pacific Islander teams, they're well-drilled players. They know the score. They're big men. They're used to playing in good teams. So we were expecting a tough battle there, and with their extra pressure and with the conditions, we did struggle there at times. But look, we'll go back to the drawing board, go back to what we know we can do, and build from there. You spoke yesterday as well. That can be kind of an anxious, stressful time for players with the squad announcements coming and all that. But you also mentioned the togetherness that's in this group. Yeah, coming off the pitch here, like I know the first half I didn't have my best game. Lineouts weren't going well. James Ryan was the first person to come over to me and have a word with me, and that means the world to me as a team player. I fully respect him for that, and the guys on the bench coming off ultra supportive. I know this group, coaches included, will get around each other to make sure that when we come out the other side of this, we're coming out better off. We're coming out better for the experience, and that's the type of group that we have here. So you're heading off to the World Cup now, we all hope, and you know, does Ireland go there as a team that's in good shape, confident, a team that can go and win it? Look, we're happy with the pre-season we've put behind us. Performance out there wasn't up to where we would have wanted it to be today, but prior to that, the performance we've put in throughout the whole pre-season has been excellent. The guys have put in hard yards. That's not just players, that's management as well. And look, I feel like we've put ourselves in a good place to be able to challenge in our group, and we'll take it from there after that.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you.
It makes the point, Johnny Beattie, that